Welcome on the channel Voices of Reddit. Today we have an intriguing story about the
I am a woman in my early 20s, currently pursuing my degree at university to support myself financially. I work for a specialized cleaning service that offers both standard and unique options, including maids who clean while wearing lingerie. The company is very professional, with strict boundaries. No sexual contact is permitted, and any violation results in the client being blacklisted. Clients can specify general preferences like hair color, race, weight, age, or gender, but they cannot choose a specific maid. Both clients and maids have the option to use fake names, and the company keeps a record of any institutions the clients or maids are affiliated with, like schools or workplaces, to prevent uncomfortable overlaps. All of this is designed to maintain confidentiality and professionalism. One day, I received a message from the company assigning me to a nearby client who had requested a lingerie-clad maid. I accepted the job, as I fit the client's general preferences. As usual, I wore jeans and a t-shirt over my lingerie for the commute. When I arrived and knocked on the door, to my shock, my university lecturer opened it. For a moment, we both stood there in stunned silence. Realizing the awkwardness of the situation, I quickly explained that the agency typically filters out any potential conflicts of interest and that there must have been an error. I offered two options: I could stay and perform the job professionally, or I could arrange for another maid to replace me. He opted for the latter. I called the office, explained the mix-up, and left. The office later acknowledged that due to a computer or human error, our shared affiliation with the university had been overlooked. I hoped that would be the end of it, and that we could both move past the incident. However, when I returned to campus a few days later, I ran into him along with some classmates. He seemed extremely uncomfortable, avoiding eye contact, refusing to address me directly, and displaying visible awkwardness. This behavior continued over the next few weeks. During our online classes, he ignored my contributions, which I initially attributed to the format of remote learning. But as in-person classes resumed, his discomfort became more evident. This was particularly concerning because I was entering my final year, and he was scheduled to teach several of my compulsory classes. I also needed to have private meetings with him to discuss my dissertation, a critical component of my degree that would significantly impact my final grade. Feeling that this unresolved tension could jeopardize my education, I decided to address the issue head-on. I booked a meeting with him during his office hours to clear the air. I also sent him a polite email stating that, as the new academic year was beginning and since I was entering my final year, I wanted to discuss my dissertation topic with him to ensure I was on the right track. This is a standard procedure that all students follow. However, instead of agreeing to meet, he reported me to the university. He alleged that I had offered to perform cleaning services nude in exchange for academic favors on my dissertation. He claimed that he had hired a fully clothed maid through a reputable service that performs extensive background checks, and that I had shown up and made inappropriate propositions. I was shocked and devastated. These accusations were not only false but could potentially ruin my academic career. I contacted my cleaning agency, and they provided me with a recording of the phone call I had made to them during the initial incident, which corroborated my version of events. I presented this evidence to the university, which halted their investigation. Unfortunately, I could not obtain the client's payment records to prove that he had indeed requested a lingerie-clad maid due to the company's anonymous payment system. Pursuing legal action was not financially feasible for me, and even if I managed to clear my name completely, I would still be required to attend his classes, which was untenable given the circumstances. The university informed me that, given the seriousness of the accusations, they could not allow me to continue attending his classes, which were mandatory for my degree program. Feeling cornered and unsupported, I made the difficult decision to withdraw from the university. I was 1 year away from completing my degree. I frantically reached out to other universities to see if I could transfer and complete my studies elsewhere. Due to the timing, it was the beginning of a new academic year. The process was more complicated than it would have been during the summer. Fortunately, another lecturer, who was aware of my situation, agreed to write me a reference letter. The cleaning agency also took action. They blacklisted my lecturer and shared his information with other services to prevent him from exploiting anyone else in the future. I consulted with a lawyer to explore my options but ultimately decided not to pursue legal action. The potential benefits did not outweigh the costs. Even if I won, my association with the cleaning service would become public knowledge, potentially harming my future career prospects. Additionally, the university had shown that they were willing to side with him to protect their own interests. In the end, I was able to transfer to another university. I am now pursuing a PhD and feel supported and valued in my new environment. My current supervisors are understanding and have stood up for me when I've faced challenges. The lecturer who falsely accused me continues to teach at my former university. When in-person classes resumed after COVID-19, I anonymously added his name to a list that female students shared to warn each other about predatory staff members. Several others corroborated my concerns, sharing their own uncomfortable experiences with him. While my journey has been fraught with challenges, I have emerged stronger and more determined. I've learned the importance of advocating for myself and the value of supportive mentors and peers. Though I wish I could provide a more uplifting conclusion, this experience has taught me harsh but valuable lessons about the realities of academia and the importance of standing up against injustice.